In this video, we're going to discuss how easy it is to create and modify footnotes. So the first step is to click where you want the footnote number to go. So let's say, for example, I want a footnote here after thousands of dollars. Footnotes usually come after the period. So I'm going to go up here to references, and then over here, be careful because there's footnote and endnotes. Footnotes appear in the footer of each page, so at the bottom of each page. So whatever page the footnote is on, that footnote would be at the bottom of that page. Endnotes have all of the notes at the end of the document. Okay, so there's a difference there. So I'm going to say insert footnote, and you notice that it quickly brings me down to the bottom portion of my page where it has a superscripted 1. And now I'm able to type here whatever the footnote is that I want. And what's important to note here is that, first of all, you can see there that it did the spelling error. So it is looking at spelling. Clearly, I missed a space there while I was typing because it's hard to type and talk at the same time. But what's nice is that even the footnotes do show that. You want to always have your period at the end of your footnotes. I'm going to come back here and fix that so that there's a space between the two. So you see that there's a 1 there, and if I zoom this up a bit, let me see if you can see it a little bit better. You'll see that it put a superscripted 1 here, and then that's the footnote for that particular, that's referenced to that number, okay? So now I'm going to go down and I'm going to put one on page 2 here. So I'm going to click here, I'm going to go to insert footnote, and you'll see that it recognizes that it is the second footnote, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to be keeping track of it. And if I were to go, I'm just going to type this out. Again, I'm going to remember to include the period there. So if I were to go up and so insert a footnote between footnote 1 and footnote 2. So let's say I put 1 here, right? Watch what happens when I do insert footnote. It puts the 2 here, and it changes the 2 down here to be a 3, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to keep track of it, basically. It just does it for you. All right, obviously that's not a true footnote, but you get the general gist. Okay, so one other thing I want to mention here is that if you needed to delete a footnote, so let's say you decided you don't want that footnote, what you need to do is highlight the footnote up here in the document itself, and then just hit the delete key, and that will remove the footnote from here, and it will renumber your footnote, so now that comes back to being number 2. Okay, so that's how you would delete a footnote if you had one by mistake, or if you put one in the wrong place, let's say. You would just simply delete it, and then click where you want it to be and put it in the correct place. Okay.